If you're thinking about buying the Fujifilm X-T5 because you heard it's the pinnacle of mirrorless cameras, hold up, because I'm about to reveal some surprising truths you won't hear in the hype. This camera promises ultimate image quality and groundbreaking features, but here's what surprised me. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. While the X-T5 looks like a dream come true with its 40.2 megapixel sensor and sleek design, there are some hidden catches that might make you rethink your purchase. So before you hit Add to Cart, stick around, because I'm going deep on the X-T5's pros, cons, and whether this camera is truly worth your hard-earned cash. Now the Fujifilm X-T5 is undoubtedly a flagship model in Fujifilm's lineup. It comes packed with a high-res X-Trans 5 HRC CMOS sensor, combined with next-level image processing that promises stunning, detail-rich shots. There's in-body image stabilization that claims to give you up to 7 stops of shake compensation, and a shutter speed so fast it can freeze a hummingbird's wings mid-flap. Sounds perfect for photographers shooting anything from fast-paced sports to delicate macro shots, right? But here's the thing. Not everything is as perfect as the glossy marketing suggests. So who exactly is this camera for? If you're a professional looking for jaw-dropping image quality and versatile video capabilities, or an enthusiast craving the best Fujifilm technology packed into a small, vintage-style body, the X-T5 should be high on your list. It's especially appealing if you love manual controls, thanks to its classic dial layout that even works with the camera powered off. But beware. Some of the high-end features might feel a bit overkill or underwhelming depending on your actual use case. Stick around because I'm about to break down what you actually get when you unbox this beast. Let me start with image quality. The 40.2 megapixel sensor really shines here. Shots are incredibly detailed, with dynamic range and color accuracy that Fujifilm fans adore. The X-T5 even extends the native ISO range down to 125, which is great for bright environments and capturing subtle tones. But good luck using that pixel count if you're struggling with the camera's autofocus quirks. This model uses AI-powered subject tracking that's supposed to lock on to everything from birds to motorcycles. However, in real-world testing, the autofocus sometimes dithers or hunts, especially in low light or complex scenes. Imagine focusing on a squirrel only to find the camera got distracted by a passing leaf. Hey, at least it's got a personality. The other headline feature is the 5-axis in-body image stabilization, offering a claimed 7 stops of compensation. This means even handheld shots in dim conditions should be razor sharp. And yes, the IBIS is impressive for most everyday use, but it's not flawless. When paired with certain lenses, you might notice occasional micro-vibrations, and it does add some bulk to the camera's otherwise compact body. So if you're used to lighter mirrorless rigs for travel and street photography, the X-T5 might feel a bit more substantial. Of course, you get a whopping 680 shots per charge with the latest battery, so endurance isn't an issue. You can shoot all day without panicking about battery life, unless you're capturing squirrels starring in your personal drama. Here's where I need to bring up the price. The X-T5 isn't cheap. At its given price range, you're competing with cameras that offer similar megapixel counts and weather sealing, sometimes with more advanced autofocus systems or video stabilization. The question becomes, are you paying a premium for Fujifilm's brand, aesthetics, and lens ecosystem, or is this camera actually offering better bang for your buck? I'll give you a hint. It leans heavily on brand loyalty. If you're a die-hard Fujifilm shooter, sure, it fits perfectly into your kit. But if you're a newcomer, weighing your options is crucial. Speaking of options, let's talk video capabilities because in today's content creation world, this matters. The X-T5 punches well above its weight here. Internal 6.2K 30p recording, 10-bit 4:2 color, and even Apple ProRes RAW and Blackmagic RAW output. The 4K HQ mode oversamples from 6.2K for cleaner footage, which is a solid plus. But, and it's a big but, this camera still struggles with overheating during long video sessions, limiting your continuous recording time. Plus, compared to dedicated video-focused cameras, some features feel like they're just there to tick the box, rather than truly shine. So videographers should weigh if this is a weekend camera or a serious production partner. Now, let me rehook you here with another consideration: the Pixel Shift Multi-Shot Mode. This feature lets you create ultra-high-res 160-megapixel images by using IBIS to shift the sensor and shoot 20 frames in quick succession. This is eye-wateringly detailed. Think commercial applications or fine art photography with no detail spared. But here's the catch. This mode requires static subjects and perfect conditions, so it's not something you're going to whip out on a hike or while chasing squirrels. Plus, processing those files needs a powerful computer and some patience. So it's a niche feature that might wow your clients but not everyday snaps. In terms of handling, the X-T5 sticks to Fujifilm's signature vintage-style dials and controls. This will delight many photographers who want tactile feedback and quick access to ISO, shutter speed, and exposure compensation without diving into menus. But it's not a perfect scheme. Beginners might find the abundance of physical controls a tad overwhelming at first, and some buttons feel a little small compared to bulkier cameras designed for rugged use. Also, while it sports a bright 3.69 million EVF with nearly blackout-free viewing at 100 FPS, and a three-way tilting LCD screen, some users wish for full articulating screens for easier vlogging or awkward-angle shooting. So usability scores high for seasoned users, but beginners might want to take a test drive first. Here's a joke to lighten the mood. Why did the photographer break up with the X-T5? Because it had too many issues focusing on the relationship. Okay, not bad, right? But seriously, this camera can frustrate when autofocus doesn't behave as expected, or when video recording time gets cut short unexpectedly. Moving on, the build quality is impressive. The X-T5 manages to be 50 grams lighter than its predecessor while maintaining a robust magnesium alloy body and weather sealing that protects it against dust and moisture. This makes it a rugged choice for field shooters, although I recommend investing in good lens protection as weather sealing on lenses varies greatly. The camera feels solid but still nimble enough to carry all day. Just be aware, the button layout can cause accidental presses if you're not used to it. Another joke for you: why don't photographers ever get lost? Because the X-T5's autofocus always finds its way, eventually. That's right, AI tracking is sophisticated but can occasionally wander off if the subject is tricky, so manual override remains a necessary skill here. Battery life and durability also earn high marks. The NPW235 battery lasts up to 680 frames, which is generous for a camera of this caliber. Fujifilm also rates the mechanical shutter for 500,000 actuations, so this thing should hold up well with heavy use. But keep in mind, you'll want to carry backup batteries for day-long events or serious shoots. Video recording drains juice faster than stills photography. Rehooking you here: if fast action photography is your game, the X-T5 can shoot up to 15 FPS mechanically or 20 FPS electronically, with a shutter lag as low as 35 milliseconds. Impressive specs for freezing moments. But real-life tests have shown that buffer clearing can be slow when shooting in RAW at max speed. So prepare to deal with occasional pauses if you're blowing through cards filling them with pro-quality images. So what about the verdict? Is the Fujifilm X-T5 the perfect camera, or are its drawbacks deal breakers? The honest answer is, it depends on what you value most. If you want a stylish, compact body paired with stunning stills quality and versatile video options, this camera delivers with panache. Its classic controls and image quality made me smile many times. But if you demand cutting-edge autofocus reliability, unlimited video recording, or rock-bottom prices, you might want to consider other mirrorless options before committing. Before I wrap things up, here's another joke for the road. Why did the shutter get promoted? Because it always knew when to make a quick exit. The X-T5 shutter speeds are among the fastest available, freezing action like a pro. But don't blink or you might miss your shot. To conclude, the Fujifilm X-T5 is a powerhouse, designed for photographers and videographers who appreciate the blend of classic controls and modern tech wrapped in a portable form. Yes, it's expensive and not without quirks, but the image quality and video potential are undeniable. Plus, that pixel shift multi-shot feature is a game changer for creatives craving detail beyond normal limits. Buy it if you're serious about elevating your photography with one of Fujifilm's finest. But don't expect faultless autofocus or unlimited video marathon sessions. If you want the best price and a reliable purchase, check the Amazon link in the description below. Trust me, this is one camera worth owning if you know what you're getting into, quirks and all. Thanks for watching.